I'm here at the Capilano View Cemetery in West Vancouver. We're standing amidst the veterans section of the cemetery where you might be able to see a whole bunch of little white crosses that have been placed here by the high school students. Throughout the cemetery there's about 1,600 of these crosses. Now, these crosses are on the graves of veterans who returned from the war. A lot more didn't return. You wouldn't believe it, but over 120,000 Canadians died in the last century in wars. 120,000 might not mean too much, but if you counted up all the men, women, and children on the North Shore, North Vancouver, West Vancouver, it's about 124,000. So think of all the people that live on the North Shore died in the last century in the wars. And they weren't old men, most of them were young, 17, 18, 19, 20, or even up to 30. There were a few people older than that, but most of them were that age. Now, over the years, I've spoken about these people to help us remember. That's what these crosses help us to remember. They want us to remember those of their friends who didn't return and what they gave up so that we might have the freedoms and the peace that we enjoy. If we were to let every one of those 120,000 people come right here and stand here for a minute, it would take from now until Valentine's Day for each one to walk by. Now that may seem like a long time. If you put your hand on your chest and felt your heart beating, it beats, about 14 times every minute. If you counted out 124,000, 140,000, that would be about a week long. How about a breath? You breathe in, you breathe out. About the same kind of time. About a week. Everyone. They want us to remember them because they gave up the best part of their lives so that we might have freedom, that we might have peace. And so that's why we remember. We remember the cost of not getting along with neighbor. You may say, well, it's not up to me to bring world peace. But it's up to you to find peace in your neighborhood, in your home, the stranger that you meet, the newcomer who comes to this country, who's seeking the same kinds of things that we enjoy, how we treat them, how we care for them. They're all part of creation. They're all children of God, and therefore they make us our brothers, our sisters, and that's who they are. I'd like to end this with a prayer of St. Francis, if I may. He says, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there's hatred, let me sow love. Where there's injury, pardon. Where there's doubt, faith. Where there's despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O divine Spirit, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we're born to eternal life.